Greetings, this is Ben Murray with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. Today we're talking about the ever-changing definition around ARR, or annual recurring revenue. It's so important to get this right for several reasons. One, it affects your metrics, and two, it affects your valuations. So what was ARR? Back in SaaS pricing 1.0, we had subscription revenue. So we're charging a fixed monthly amount, we're charging a fixed annual amount, for example, and that was considered ARR. It was pretty clear. But pricing models have changed. SaaS technology has changed, business models have changed, and now we have multiple revenue streams. We could have subscription, we could have usage, processing, transaction. Of course, we could have services, hardware if we sell a point of sale system. So now we have multiple pricing models and multiple revenue streams. So what is ARR today? So ARR today, we can consider subscription revenue. That's pretty clear. But what about usage-based revenue? This gets really ambiguous. So I feel that if we have usage-based revenue and we have a minimum commitment level for that usage-based revenue, we can throw that minimum commitment towards our ARR number, because we can count on that number. We have a contractual commitment for that minimum level. And anything above that, any usage above that, would not be considered ARR. Of course, it's revenue, and it could be really good revenue, but we would show that on our P&L, of course, separately. But we're looking for ARR today's definition for subscription revenue and usage-based revenue or variable revenue that has minimum commitments, and that minimum commitment would go towards that ARR number, but everything above that would not. Now, of course, this could be a bit controversial, and I'm also on the SaaS Metrics Standards boards, and that is how we've defined ARR. Because you see a lot of companies today, even investment firms that I talk to, that they're throwing every revenue stream into recurring revenue, or ARR. This could be usage, variable, subscription. So we really have to be careful when we see a subscription number on our P&L or recurring revenue number. What exactly is that? So of course, what's not ARR? Pretty straightforward. One-time revenue, professional services revenue, managed services revenue. That doesn't go into our ARR number. Now this leads us to the SaaS P&L and clear revenue categories. So we do not mix subscription revenue with any variable revenue on our SaaS P&L. I like to keep those as two revenue categories. Why? Because it impacts our metrics. When I calculate metrics, say retention and different metrics, I'm going to look at my revenue streams. And then say I'm calculating retention on subscription, I'm calculating retention on our variable revenue, look at what those stories say, and then I'm going to combine that data and see if it tells an even better story. So we have to be really careful with clear and distinct revenue streams on our SaaS P&L, because that's going to flow into how we calculate metrics. And same thing with our bookings data. We want to make sure we have clear and distinct revenue categories in our bookings data. And also, again, for that usage-based revenue, do we have minimum contractual commitments in that contract that we want to record in that bookings data in our closed won opportunity? So ARR, we have to be really careful. And I forgot, I have to give SaaStr credit for this. Your ARR has been corrupted, or your ARR is corrupt, because they had a post on this, which got me thinking about it. And it is kind of the Wild West right now of how everyone is defining ARR. You're not going to probably see any standards. So it's really important, if you're going through due diligence, if you're reading SaaS P&Ls, to ask about those revenue streams. So I hope you found value in this lesson today. If you like the SaaS Metrics School, I'd love a rating and a review. Thanks a lot. Take care.